My name is Danielle Smith, and I am the speech and language therapist at Spring Hill Elementary. We have kindergarten through third grade in our building, and in addition to preschool as well. So I'm just going to go over our journey that we've had in the past couple of years since we started PBIS. So our journeys, Spring Hill and our journey and our bus drivers. What we do for all of the students, we do for our staff, and that includes all staff that are interacting with students, including cafeteria monitors, the kitchen staff, the custodians, the aides, parent volunteers, and community. We'll start with student and family engagement. This is kind of one way that we connect our students to home and introducing to the parents what positive behaviors and how we can be leaders and be responsible, respectful, and safe at Spring Hill. So we created an interactive book. I'm going to pass them out so you could see them. This one is specifically for kindergarten and first grade. And preschool has access to it as well. Yeah. It just goes through and introduces the concepts. The students can circle and identify which school they attend. It also introduces the voice volume and the common language that we use throughout the building. Most of our students in our district do ride the bus. But we do have some car riders as well. Our main focus in our first year of rolling out PBIS was the hallway, the playground, the restrooms, and the classrooms. But looking through data, talking with the principal, he was spending many of his mornings dealing with bus referrals. So we decided in the past couple of years to hone in on bus and strengthen the trust and communication with the bus garage and the bus drivers. So this was the book that we built, and then we added a new page, and it outlines what the bus expectations are. Then we get into second and third grade. It's more interactive, where the students are required to do more of a discussion and write the expectations out. We have the visual supports as well here to help jog the memory. We have our mission and vision statement also included. This leads us to building that relationship with the bus drivers. I've been presenting to the bus drivers since April 2018, so they're used to hearing me. The next few slides are going to be the actual presentation that we did to the bus drivers. Myself and the school counselor started with the bus driver presentations. We have some flexibility in our schedule that allowed us to work around when the bus drivers could come. We wanted as much participation as we could. So we start with an introduction of what PBIS is. We talk to them about that there's tiered supports and kind of the background, what we do at school while the kids are here, and why we want their buy-in. So we talk about where we've already implemented it at, and then we provide the bus drivers with the lesson plan that we give the teachers to complete in the classroom. When we built this lesson plan, probably in 2016 or 2017, I went to the bus drivers to kind of get some input from them to see what we could focus on. So now the classroom teachers at the beginning of the school year focus on 15 minutes or so just to kind of lay out what it would look like to ride on the bus, to be respectful, responsible, and safe. We have our matrix portion up there, and we have some models and examples for the classroom teachers to follow. When I presented, we talked about what the positive strategies are for the students at Spring Hill and why it's important for them to help us out. One of the positive strategies are a Spartan magnet. It gets put on the bus, so the buses coming in and out and the students can see which bus route had the least number of referrals for the month. We invite the bus drivers to join in our celebration at our Way to Go Wednesday, and they get recognized. We have a very simple data tracking for which bus would be chosen for the winning bus for the month. And it's a simple tally system. So if the principal gets a office referral in the morning or from the afternoon before, he just puts a tally mark. In the event of a tie, we just draw up the bus route out from a piece of paper. We do have the special education population at our building. So there are 4 bus routes that don't have as heavy of bus referrals. So we did address that with them during our presentation, just to get some input from them to see how we can also support those buses, because there were a few students that should be held to those expectations that they hear all day long. We have a news crew that kind of runs our Way to Go Wednesday, so we drafted up an example of an invitation, and we have the news crew, which is just the student representative, deliver the invitation to the bus driver. Then we introduced the Artin Box, which are just the ticket system where we ask the bus drivers if they notice a student being respectful, responsible, and safe and following the bus expectations to pass out a Spartan buck to them. And we reiterated that we realize that it's first thing in the morning or end of the day, and we're working with kindergarten students, first graders, and we're teaching them to be responsible to hold on to their ticket. So we just kind of outlined what the expectations were for the bus drivers. We also wanted to know how we could keep them with a constant flow of tickets so they'd never be short, or how to best answer their questions. From getting some feedback from the bus drivers, we found that just standing at the door at the beginning of every month to have a flow of tickets available to them worked best. Since then, we have modified it. I found a student representative on every bus that now hand delivers the Spartan Bucks and the Spartan Magnet if the bus driver can't attend the Way to Go Wednesday to get the Spartan Magnet. So kind of I delegated that time just to have the students help me pass out that stuff. We also use brag tags in our school. So if the Route 64 is the winner, then everyone on bus Route 64 would get a brag tag. And this carries over to, we do provide students to spend their Spartan Bucks at the school store monthly. And we do have some community involvement and parent involvement with helping us run our school store. We were very gracious to have a donation from the Springfield Police Department to get our school store up and running. Like the preschool presentation said, the free ones are always the best. We pulled together the whole school and we duct taped Mr. J to the wall, and that was completely free other than purchasing the duct tape, but that was a huge hit. And felt a lot of excitement in the gym during that time. So then we also just continued that we want the bus drivers to help us keep them motivated to decrease the office referrals and hopefully see increase with students' behavior, and also bus satisfaction. There's some buses that just have a lot of referrals and they seem to be burnt out more than the other buses, so we want to keep their satisfaction and happiness. So these are our expectations. We use students in our school to build these expectations. We were hoping to post them on the bus so the students would see that as a reminder, as a visual reminder, but also allow the bus drivers that visual to remind them of that common language that we use so they can carry that over. So they're not saying, sit down, they're saying back to back, bottom to bottom, which was what we would teach in the lessons at school. However, we ran into a road bump and the State Highway Patrol said we can't hang anything on the buses. So we're working with the bus garage currently, and we're kind of make a sticker that fits their expectations and our expectations to meet the State Highway Patrol's expectations. Then I just ended the presentation with comments and concerns, and we addressed what to do with those special education routes, and the majority decided that they would like to participate in that even though they don't have as many students. And then we do really appreciate our bus drivers because they see the students every day. Mrs. Floyd has a little student in her class that recognizes that the bus drivers are there every day to pick her up or pick the kids up at the same time every day. She's a parent pickup rider, so her time of when she gets picked up is a little varies. So she recognizes that the bus drivers are responsible. And we do thank our bus drivers. For the bus drivers that attended the training that we held, we put their name in a monthly drawing, and we just thank them by giving them a gift card for supporting us. And this is just a little bit of data that we collected. We first did the presentation in April 2018, and we had 4 bus drivers. Then we started out in November 2018 with 6 participants, and we started this past school year with 100% participation. That included the aides, all the bus drivers, and including the bus garage person who coordinates everything. So we're very pleased with that increase that we have. Here are our bus drivers and the principal and myself. And this kind of ties into some other rewards that we have in our other connecting our other environments that we do PBIS with. The fork and spoons for the cafeteria and the golden tray. The fork and spoon is after a whole month. The golden tray is to work on lowering the students' voice volumes so they can focus on eating. So the classroom or the row of tables, that's the quietest, that tray moves consistently. The golden cone and the golden plunger. And this continues with our outreach to those other important staff that we work with, because the cafeteria monitors are constantly moving around the golden tray. The golden plunger, we work with the custodians on that, and the fork and spoon, again, the cafeteria. So our next journey, we have outlined every month who we're focusing on, and October is the cafeteria. So that's where we're heading next. I can end with any questions.